Hello, my name is Lucy Orrow and I'm a Senior Manager at Lambert Chapman. It has been just over a year since the introduction of the online capital gains tax or CGT reporting tool, and you can catch up with the background to these rules by watching my two earlier webinars. Today I want to look back and forward at what we now know. First, we learned that once you have registered for online CGT and get a reference number similar to this, then this is always your reference number and sets up an online account where you can track submissions and payments of capital gains tax. This slide shows what your online account looks like. Your name and reference will be at the top left hand side. How much you owe will be at the top right. This is a cumulative figure, so if you've made more than one report, it will show the tax balance outstanding, plus interest and penalties for late filing and payment. Remember, late filing penalties are now £100 and penalties will be allocated accordingly if the return is not submitted within 30 days of completion. The second half of the page shows details of the online CGT reports submitted. On this page there is only one showing, but there would be more listed below as they are added. By giving your agent authority to assist with this reporting, they can also access this page. Some clients have found it impossible to set up online accounts. This can be for various reasons, but often age is a factor, and so computer skills can make it prohibitive. I've also had problems where clients have been unable to pass the verification checks to set up their online account. In these instances, we've submitted paper forms to HMRC. These provide the same information as the online forms, but require HMRC to review and issue the payment reference. Currently, this is taking around 10 to 14 weeks. No late filing penalty will arise if the form is submitted within the 30-day deadline, and no late payment penalties will arise, as HMRC allow a period of 14 days after receipt of the letter to settle the liability. As before, losses are allocated as they arise. Brought forward losses first, losses arising before the sale of the property second, and losses arising after the sale last. The first two will allow reduction against the gain on the online CGT report and therefore should be allocated accordingly. This may result in the possibility of not needing to submit an online report where no tax arises. Losses arising after the sale will impact the gain on the tax return. As this will reduce the overall CGT payable, HMRC have issued guidance which requires individuals or their agents to contact HMRC to request a manual adjustment to the tax position. This will allocate the spare CGT paid against your self-assessment liability. This is because you've paid your CGT to a different reference to your self-assessment UTR. Where a tax return has been submitted online, it can be amended prior to submission of the associated tax return, if one is required. So where the completion date was, say, 10th of May 2021, this will be reported on the tax return for the year ended 5 April 2022. It is possible, where a taxpayer isn't a higher or additional rate payer, to have a situation where the income allocated to the rate bands differs once the tax return has been prepared. This could alter the CGT position because more or less income may be taxable at 18% instead of the higher 28%. Now, there are some important points to note here. If capital gains tax is higher, then you pay the additional amount via your tax return, and there will be no late payment interest charges. If lower, then as previously mentioned, you can contact HMRC and ask for the excess to be set against your income tax as a manual adjustment. If lower and a refund arises, this should be claimed by amending the online CGT report, as a refund cannot be paid by self-assessment. It is very important that the online CGT report is amended before the tax return is submitted, otherwise the adjustment will not be accepted. Here are the guidance notes issued by HMRC and providing some examples. If you have any questions or require assistance in preparing or submitting an online CGT report, then please do get in contact. We are always happy to help with any queries. Thank you.